delighted to accept the invitation to chair this evening's proceedings, because it's a subject about which I think, like everybody else, I thought I knew something, possibly even quite a lot, and then the more I thought about what I knew, the more I realised that I actually knew very little, especially on the theme of commonality, which was a really interesting emerging topic this evening, looking for the things that actually tie together cities that at first glance appear to have very, very little in common, but which in the context of peace and conversely violence actually have a lot more in common than you'd realise. So you wouldn't have thought, for example, that a favela in Rio de Janeiro would have anything to teach or anything to learn from a suburb of a city like London, but what became clear in the context of gang activity, criminality, and the answers to those problems that various societies have sought to provide was that there is actually a surprising amount of common ground.
40,000 people a year die in wars. 400,000 people a year die in cities, are murdered in cities.
I came along because I wanted to sort of try and paint the big picture of what's going on, which is this enormous population boom, this vast, great movement to the cities, and the associated violence which is coming out of the cities.
The people that commit crimes don't necessarily get punished.
Peace is something that we need to be talking about. We don't talk enough about the issue of how we can create peace, how we can reduce violence on our streets, in our communities, in our families, within our households.
From Karachi to Tunis, for example, we see quite similar dynamics.
A lot of the countries that we work in are facing very, very rapid urbanisation rates. And it's important because we don't actually have enough of an understanding as an organisation or as a sector really how to address how urban conflicts work and how to address them. I thought the audience participation was really good. There were some really excellent questions, some really kind of slightly difficult ones like can we predict, are there going to be more riots?
This combination of factors makes it a really big problem for our time.
I think talking about urban security policies, peace in our cities is extremely important in this age of rapid urban growth, especially in developing countries. I think the discussion today was extremely interesting because it included the governance debate about how states should govern, should bring services and infrastructure to urban areas.
I decided to come because I did a master's in conflict security and development at King's College.
I studied conflict and post-conflict development, and it's a really important topic that I think everyone should be able to learn more about. So it's great that an organization is taking the initiative to build awareness about this.
We gotta try, and that's why we're here today, trying to find a solution. Yes.